welcome back to my channel. My name is Vegan Brie. I talk about all things vegan and cruelty free, mainly beauty. I rarely wear hats, but I was gonna go outside. I don't know if you can see it's snowing, but yeah, I could not find my family. So I'm like, okay, mommy gets a little bit of peace and quiet while daddy gets to have fun with them in the snow. I had my snow day with them and now he gets to have his snow day. So let's talk about the newest Nomad palette. Now this came out about almost 2 weeks ago, but I got it late in PR, which I'm still grateful that I got this in PR. This was gifted to me, not sponsored. I don't have an affiliate. I have a code, but it's not affiliated. So I did not get any money for it. I wanted to talk about this palette. I have worn it quite a few times, so I feel like I have a good handle, like review-wise. My tutorial videos don't do super well. I'm just gonna include all the looks that I did with this palette. The packaging is beautiful. My dad actually has been here, the Chamonix Apres-Ski. I did look up how to pronounce it, so hopefully I did not butcher it too much. But my dad said he went there when my dad traveled a bunch. My grandpa had a job where they traveled a lot, so my dad's lived in a bunch of different countries and places. So when he went to the School of London, the American School of London, he said he went there for like spring break or something. I think it's beautiful. I always love their packaging. And he said it's like a huge ski resort, like 80 slopes. I've never been to a ski resort where there was that many slopes. So yeah. So it is, I don't want to get the price wrong, so I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But here is the palette, the inside of the palette. It's a winter theme for January, the first palette of the year. And then the box, the outer carton matches the palette. So Nomad Cosmetics is a traveling brand, if you did not know. The owner is super, super sweet. I do have a code Vegan Brie to get 10% off. Again, it's not affiliated, so I don't get any money, but you get money off and you can buy whatever you want on Nomad. It just shows them that you came from my channel and that you are supporting me. So I really, really, really greatly appreciate it. I know some people feel weird about codes. It's how you show support for creators. And I'm a small creator. I'm very, very teeny, but I do love this brand. All of these are Nomad palettes right here. All Nomad palettes. I have, I think, 18 now. I bought all of them myself, except for one, which I was sent on my 30th birthday, which I'm 32 now, so 2 years ago. And then I got on the PR list in 2024. All of those were sent to me in PR. But prior to that, I bought all of them with my own money. Nomad always gives back with every single one of their releases, and this one is just like the others. So they are proud to support Inspire Mont Blanc, association that works for better air quality and the protection of the environment in the Mont Blanc region. So I think it is so pretty. Again, I'm wearing it today. So it is shifty. It is very, typically they have, so every palette varies, but typically they have very smooth shimmers, and I always love their mattes. What I will say about this palette is it is a more pastel palette. Some of these shades may not look super pastel-y, but they are. So, and they're not, if you're not a color lover, I still wouldn't be super intimidated by this palette. I think it actually would work great with neutrals. I've done one, I think I mixed neutrals like once. So, but I've just been having fun with color, and I wore these looks to work. Some of them might have been bold, but I don't know. Probably at work, if you know me, then I wear a lot of eyeshadow and I do boldish looks. But I have used all the shimmers. I've used all the mattes multiple times just to get, I wanted to get a feel for everything. And what I will say about this shade, okay, the race raclette, I'm going to butcher these, so I don't speak French. I do horrible impressions of accents. But this is a very, very, very light kind of, almost like a pinky gray. And it is almost like the same shade or tone of my skin tone. So first I was using that with the pinks, and I used it with blue, and it kind of almost erases everything. So it's a good shade if you got a little wild, or if you want to set your eyeshadow primer and you are fair like me, or you just want to carve out your brows, whatever. That's a great shade, but it doesn't really, it's almost like a white without being like a stark white. And then this pink shade, the Off Piste, which I've been really liking too, is also very light. So even though these are colors, these are colorful shades, they're not neutrals, I think they are great as neutrals. So that's the shade right here. And then this shade I thought would be a little deeper, which it is deeper, but it's more like a mid-tone than like a dark shade. Yeah, so that's the little quad, that's the little trio right there. And then the pink shimmer last run Let me swatch that again. I'm swatching on my hands are really dry, so they're probably not doing these justice at all. You can barely see it. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, it's a really pretty shade. I like using them with glitter primers. I like the Fiona Pixie Epoxy. That's my favorite glitter primer. And then the Les Alpes is beautiful and smooth and shifty and like a pinky blue purple. I've been having a lot of fun with that shade. Again, very smooth. So aging eyelids, whatever eyelids, I think these are all really smooth. They don't catch on any, you know, I don't have like the smoothest eyelids. I also have hooded lids. So all really good. Even with my creasing issues, these have actually not creased a lot at all, which is awesome. I've been dealing, if you've watched some of my previous videos in the last couple weeks, I've been having a lot of creasing issues. I don't know what has been going on, but I've been using an eyeshadow primer, then putting concealer on, and then setting it with a setting powder, or I actually use a powder foundation. These are really great. I think these would be awesome on any skin tone personally, because they're pastels without being like a white based pastel. So all the mattes work great. All the shimmers work great. Like they're all very smooth. Like those are the blues. No chunkiness, no issues, not a lot of fallout at all. These are very smooth, creamy, but not like wet and like putty like. That tends to crease on me a lot. I love the rose too. I love how many shimmers are in there. This is the deepest shade right there. And I have that here. And I put like a shimmer on top. Even the blues, I wore those to work. I did a kind of bluish look. I didn't think it was like super blue. The green I think was my brightest look personally. And then I don't have work today. So I did want to compare it to my first Nomad palette ever. Purchased with my own money, the Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge. Because this gave me similar vibes. The formulas are very different, and I personally like this one better because there's more mid-tones, whereas this one, my complaint was, which I still have a video up on this, there was a lot of darks, like a lot of deep shades, but not a lot of mid-tones. Like these were like dark, and the shimmers are very different. I mean, I think they have similar vibes, but very different. Like there's no gold, in this one. There is a white. Actually, let's do so this is no longer available. This is Powder Specialist. It's a little more harder pressed and a lot fainter. Let me swatch it on my finger. I really like this shade. It still has so there's Powder Specialist. So it still has like a white to pink, and then this one has a white base, but it's more pinky blue. This is definitely lighter. It still packed a punch back in the day. This is like 3 years old too. And then there are let's see, I'm gonna do Last Call from the new palette, and then Snow Bunny, which I actually hit pan on. So Snow Bunny from the old palette, and then Last Call from the new palette. So just different vibes. I mean, they're similar, but like this one's definitely lighter than this one. I can do Whistler, definitely harder pressed, and Apres. So older palette, newer palette, they are pretty similar, but there's more, like they're both metallic, but there's more shine and I guess more sparkle, but they're both very smooth. And then I'll do Fondue, the new palette, and Apres-Ski. Yeah, completely different. So actually I'm going to do Ski and Apres-Ski. Pretty similar, but I guess that could be a dupe, but one shade, I mean, I think you can do repeat shades as long as it's not like the whole palette, but this is no longer available either, so. And then I'm gonna do, you know, I don't think these are similar at all. I'm gonna do some of the mattes actually. So I'll do Mont Blanc from the new palette and Fucking Great. They look similar on camera, but there's Bucking Great, so it's a lot deeper than Mont Blanc. Like I used to use that as a liner. And then, my fingers, I'm making a mess. And then I'll do Black Comb. Yeah, they feel different too. And Shot Ski. So Black Comb, Shot Ski. These are, or Black Comb, Shot Ski. These are pretty similar. But they have a dark blue with like a little bit of purple and pink like sparkles, but those are pretty similar. Okay, so a few shades, okay? But this, I mean, the new one is obviously a bigger palette and it's just different vibes. Packaging's still amazing, but I feel like if you have both, you're not gonna get the same looks from them because there's more lighter tones in here and mid-tones. Now I think you could pair these both together. I haven't done that yet. I will do that. I don't use a lot of palettes that are no longer available because, I mean, I don't know if people care, but I care. So yeah, I think Nomad killed it again. They killed it again. When I saw this, I was like, so I'm sorry I got this up so late, but I got it late. And then I really wanted to play with it and use all the shades as many times as I could to get a real feel for it. I don't like doing reviews and I don't like calling videos reviews unless I've used every single shade and I've really played with it and found out, you know, if I like it, if I don't like it. I'm obsessed, love it. Also the colors match the packaging. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe. I do eyeshadow palette reviews. I'm gonna be doing more foundation and complexion reviews, some hair care products. I'm not a hair care expert, not that I'm showing my hair right now, but also some fragrance reviews, maybe some body sprays. I really wanna like try some body sprays, you know, live my high school years that I never got body sprays because I always thought I was allergic to them. I also do subscription box unboxings and spoilers, so if you're interested in that as well. And yeah, again, I'm gonna mention my code just in case you forgot. It is in the description box down below. I also will put a link to this palette. I would love for you to support me. Let me know if you made it to the end of the video. Put something winter-based, like a snowflake, a tree, whatever, down below. I hope to see you in my next video. As always, stay safe, healthy, and always do something that makes you happy. My form of self-care is for beauty. What is your form of self-care? Because it's always important to take care of you. You cannot take care of others unless you take care of yourself. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.